so beautiful, and yet it's so toxic. The way those vines cross over each other. Oh, and those pretty green berries. I'm hungry too. I did not eat lunch today, but I think I'll save those for the birds. The smaller birds, not the big predator birds like me. That's a joke about my name. My name is Raven. But I wouldn't much hurt a fly unless I had to, I guess. Unless I had to, I guess. This is poison ivy, by the way, in case you didn't know. I like how I often see little geometric designs in vines crossing over each other and tree limbs. Limbs on the ground as well. I just saw an 8-pointed star, like a star of Ishtar a minute ago on the ground. Just some fallen little limbs. Oh, it's so pretty. But yeah, birds can eat these berries. We cannot. The way you know it's poison ivy is, see, not a single one will ever get more than 3 leaves, no matter how mature this plant gets. Never more than 3. Now, Virginia creeper is different. It might have 3 leaves, but it can get up to 5, and it will never get more than 5 leaves. That's Virginia creeper. And, some people say that it is toxic. A lot of people say that it is not, and they cultivate it because it's beautiful. Maybe some people are just mildly allergic to it. Oh, here it is right here. That's Virginia creeper. It's one of my favorite plants. I love it. It's going right down here too, beside the saw greenbrier, which you can touch just fine. It won't give you a rash. It's a little pokey though. That's how it protects itself. But Virginia creeper, see, there's 5 leaves there. Okay, and there might be some poison ivy down there, but I don't see it. I see a few with 3 leaves. I see a few with 4 maybe. And the vine is very similar to a poison ivy vine. And it's probably just best to not touch either. But I can still look. They often grow next to each other, and I've met so many people who think that this is poison ivy. But it's not. Oh, the sun's just messing it up, isn't it? It's not. There's a very clear difference. Hey, Cookie. Do you need a haircut? You sure do. You must be real hot out here, huh? Yeah. You're a good boy. You might bite if I try to take your food or your treat or your toy. Or, if I try to pick you up and take you off the bed. You might snap at me, but you're a sweet boy. Looks like they shriveled up, but you know what? That's still beautiful. There is a lot going on in this tree. This dying tree. There's so much life that it is supporting. Yes, there's a lot of poison ivy, but it's not all poison ivy. What I find most beautiful are all the vines braided around each other, curling. We have poison ivy, and we have what I believe to be Carolina moonseed. Some call it snail seed. Gets these little red berries on it. They're not edible to humans, but birds like them. So I'm sure a lot of birds that come to this tree. And I just love it. Speaking of birds, look at these little downy feathers. And I'm not sure if they're blue or if they're grayish black. I'm really not sure. I find them a lot around here. They're little. There's another. Here we go. See it? Can't see on camera. There it is. It's got a little white on it. Cute. A lot of different birds that could be. See that Virginia creeper? It really does creep. We have trees all along the ground. And it's good. It holds soil together. It helps prevent soil erosion. And this here is just like that. It's in there. There is also more of this. I'm going to call it moonseed instead of snail seed. Carolina moonseed. Quite a bit of it in here. And they just took over. And what I love, really love, is how they took over this cage here. I mean, the cage was kind of busted up anyway, and it probably wasn't going to be used, but sometimes nature just kind of reclaims things and makes a statement. If you know what I'm saying. Nothing's going to be locked up in there, is it? No. You know, I think my favorite train car graffiti I ever saw, and I'm reluctant to call it graffiti because it was in chalk and there was all this hobo code nearby. And I think I got too close. I think there might have been somebody in one of those train cars, so I left real quick because I didn't want to bother them. But what it said was, nature prevails. Nature prevails. And when I see things like this, that comes to mind. You know, the whole rewilding thing. I actually don't, for the life of me, understand why people want to mow over buttercups. You know, I'm not even sure these are buttercups. They're quite small. They look like buttercups, but they're so small. And purple, pink whatever you want to call this color, clover, and these little white flowers. I'm not even sure what these are, but they are beautiful. And this is a beautiful bouquet of flowers that nature put together, and people just want to mow over it. To have a lawn that is just plain green, and also a lawn that has less butterflies, and also it just kills me that so many people don't understand, and you can tell them and they don't seem to care, is that these kinds of plants, it's not just that they attract pollinators. They are really good for soil integrity, holding soil together, preventing soil erosion, and mitigating the effects of it. And in a place where I live, where pretty much everyone is having foundation issues, it seems like you would want to do everything you could for that. But people will mow the lawn or pay hundreds of dollars a week to have someone else do it. A lawn that they don't ever even set foot in, funnily enough. Just to make the neighbors, just make it look to the neighbors like they're wealthy. And really no other reason. And it's real sad, and I'm not trying to be judgmental. Social pressures, hardness, and people they are the way they are for reasons. And they're just not going to change in the later years of their life. They didn't before, they're not now. I was being way too nice when I said that. Change is only constant in life. And, I found myself more adaptable and resilient and open to change the older I get. So I don't know why I should give other people a pass. Really, what? Just wanted to, as I was editing this video, I saw that and thought, what were you talking about, Raven? Why were you being so nice? Nice is just, there's kind, and then there's nice. And one is being a doormat and giving people a pass, and the other isn't. So there's no excuse to not change, but it makes me real sad. Because it affects their lawn and their foundation, the structural integrity of their home, and also the buildings and the homes around theirs. These are called ditch lilies, and well, I am kind of curious as to who gave these gorgeous flowers such a name. To be honest with you, I have never seen one growing in a ditch. These are bordering the front porch of the house. They're a type of daylily. apparently, and I mean, ditch lily, just look at that beauty. It's gorgeous. I've never seen any in the ditch before. I've only ever seen them bordering houses or front porches in a, very intentional seeming manner, as if they were planted that way, but I don't know. They make me think of my late grandmother. She had them at her house. She had a lot of very resilient, versatile plants at her house that required little to no care, native or not native. And that was her secret. I mean, I don't know what I would call this, but if I were, given the job of naming this flower, but I wouldn't call it a ditch lily. It just seems disrespectful. Did the person who named it actually see the flower? I wonder. Like it's like the color of a star being born or something like that. This shrub is called heavenly bamboo. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's even bamboo at all. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think it is. I think it's just called that. And I see it a lot where I live in East Texas. People really like it. It just grows real easy, and it's pretty. Animals like it. Look at the cute little kind of symmetrical design that has twisted itself into. I just love things like that. Oh, it's beautiful. Nature prefers symmetry. It does. I mean, that's obvious, That's why pollinators, they go after symmetrical flowers, and if they're not perfectly symmetrical, if it's like an odd number, it's going to be a bright, beautiful color, at least. But even things like this, it's like there's almost always some sort of symmetry. I believe in symmetry. If I believe in anything, it's symmetry. Another with a little bird feather, different color than the other one, but well, there it is. This is a winged elm. They're also real resilient. See the way they're winged. Look at those branches. It makes them resistant to wind damage. And, the saying goes that if you put a leaf under your pillow, you will have prophetic dreams. So much beauty and evidence of life, and you know what? I hardly even stepped off the front porch. Oops, I just dropped something.